questions for Face? Ricky?
Just your thoughts on those two PI calls there.
I'm just going to follow Coach Foster's steps and not say anything about it. But yeah, just keep moving forward.
How relieving was it for you to finally get that interception there on the kind of miscommunication between them?
It was good. It was nice. We've had like a little competition between the corners. I think Adonis mentioned that not too long ago, all spring, and it's been a healthy competition. We're all working hard each and every day, taking care of our bodies. Just trying to come out here and just compete every day, and I think we've done a great job, all of us.
You were a guy, I think, who did the wide receiver cornerback thing early, at least briefly in your career here. When you see Caleb Farley doing that, and you've seen him obviously on your side and going against him, what do you think of how he's done this spring?
I think he's done a great job. He's a tremendous athlete. He came in eager to learn, and we had him over at DB for a little bit, and then injuries started to happen, and then he took him to the receiver side. But it doesn't matter which position. He's eager to learn, and he's done a great job for us, and I'm excited about it. We're all excited about it.
There was some concern, obviously, when Bucky left and Isaiah and some of these new guys coming in to sort of fill playmaker roles from your perspective on your side of the ball. When you see guys like Keene and Farley and Pimpleton, I guess, who didn't get a whole lot of opportunities today, do you get this sense that those holes are being filled, or is there still a lot for these guys to sort of prove and learn?
I do. I think losing Isaiah and Bucky, that was a big loss. But I think these guys are coming in, and they're working hard, and they have an extreme ability to play that position. And so I don't think it's any drop off. I think they've had a great spring, 15 practices, and just keep working hard throughout the summer, keep working hard throughout camp, and I think it will be great for us.
Anybody else for Brandon? All right, Brandon, we'll let you pop back to radio. We got A.J. Bush coming up next. All right, Mr. A.J. Bush, questions for A.J.?
Just first off, how do you think you did today, and how kind of relieving was it to finally get out there and play in front of a crowd?
Oh man, it was incredible. For the weather, it was a great turnout. I think I did pretty good today. I could have made at least one or two more throws, but we had some big plays in there, here and there. I think we only went 3 series, but it was some good work, definitely.
With this being your first winter here, beginning to end, how do you think this spring is going? How far do you think you've come in learning the playbook and everything?
I've came a long way. I think I put a great body of work together for the 15 practices. It was unfortunate about the weather, but that's something that we got to get through. But the one thing I would say is that we weren't live, so I wish I could have got some running action in.
It sounds like this quarterback competition is probably going to go well into August. What is it like the next couple months? I mean, what do you really focus on and try to get better on when obviously you don't have practice every day?
It's just details on details, and just focusing on the little things. We only had a couple months. Me, Herndon, only had a couple months to learn the playbook, but now we get a whole lot of time just to grind and just be more particular and more precise with things that Coach wants from us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Kind of asked Josh the same question, but what about Caleb Farley's skill set makes him such a weapon at wideout?
I think everybody said it. His speed. That's number one. That's the one thing that sticks out from him is his speed and his will. He's just a great football player. He just, whatever the coach says, he goes and does it 110%. He was like that in off-season workouts, where that's when we knew he was a dog for real, when we seen him work out.
Anybody else for A.J.? Good. All right, thanks, A.J. How about that way to get your ride back up? Phillips, and then we've got Herndon Hooker yet to speak to y'all as well. Questions for Cam?
Obviously, just first, how do you think you did? And it seemed like early on you kind of maybe limped off a little bit. Did you? Is that you feeling all right there?
Yeah, I'm all right. Actually, about maybe a week and a half ago, I had a hip injury, so I was not supposed to play a lot today, but it's just try to get out there and do what I can do, and then the coaches just pulled me off when they felt to get the young guys some more reps.
Questions for Cam? Paul?
Cam, can you tell much difference between which quarterbacks in the game do you notice at all? The way they throw, the way they move, the way they call plays?
Personally, I don't. When I'm in, I just worry about, going through my alignment, assignment, and technique, what looks the defense is giving, how can I adjust, things like that. But I guess watching the game, I guess you notice some of the different things that those guys bring to the table. I think the last play of the scrimmage sort of, demonstrates a little bit AJ. He's got some escapability and some mobility abilities there. Josh, he's been in the system for a while, so he's more of a, I know exactly where to go with the ball, not to force anything. And I think Herndon also did a great job today, just taking what the defense gave him, took a few dump-off passes, and, when the opportunity presented itself, he hit the touchdown on a longer play. But, I think all of those guys have done a great job during the spring.
It sounds like Caleb Farley's only been with you guys for a week and a half, something like that. How impressive is that he's been able to go out there and do what he's done in that short amount of time?
It doesn't surprise me at all. As you guys saw, he's very athletic, fast, can run all day, and he really wants to be good at everything. At cornerback, he was asking me about receiver, like how do I think when I attack him or go at him. And, even now that he's at a receiver, he bugs me every day, asking me, what should I have done better here or there. Sometimes I just tell him, you're fine. Just, things happen. Just make sure you do your job. And as far as technique, you can go back and evaluate that over film. But, I'm not surprised at all. I think he'll be very good.
What's it been like embracing this leadership role with all these young guys coming in?
I've actually been having fun with it. I just told some reporters out there, some of the guys in the receiver room call me uncle sometimes as a joke, but, but I'm really having fun just with the territory, being a more experienced guy, and the guys, really wanting my opinions and my outlooks on things like that. So I feel like they respect me. And, my opinion or, what they think of me or whatever. I think it means a lot to them. And, I'm just happy to be in this situation.
Anybody else for Cam? Thank you, Cam.
Thank you.
Mr. Herndon Hooker, our final student athlete of the day. Back.
And then I know it came together kind of quickly, but do you feel you made the right decision coming to spring practice and being a part of all this?
Yes, sir, I do. I feel like this is, it's been a huge jump towards my college career.
Raise your hand, we'll get you a mic. Mike?
And what did you think your performance just today? I mean, I think 8 for 8 in the first half. And how comfortable were you doing the things they were asking you to do?
I felt pretty comfortable. I feel like the whole quarterback room really prepared me for today. So shout out to my fellow quarterbacks for really, assisting me and, pushing me to be the best quarterback I can be.
I guess just moving from high school to college, how is the speed of the game different now that you're playing more of a game format today? How'd you deal with that, making all your calls?
I think that I did pretty good. The speed of the game, it really changed from an aspect of defensive linemen, moving much faster. So you have to make quicker decisions. So you really have to know your information.
On that kind of interception, did you know it as soon as you threw it that you made the mistake there? And did the guys on the sideline give you any flack, or were they trying to pick you up?
Yeah, I knew it was a red flag, but the guys on the sideline were just all on my side and giving me great support.
Herndon, I think that touchdown drive that you engineered was probably the best the offense looked all day. What did that feel like being out there? Was that almost like high school out there with the way you were moving the ball, or?
Nothing like high school, but it felt good just to be back in like game situation. I felt real comfortable out there today.
On that touchdown drive, I think you were 5 of 5, and you hooked up with Keene a couple of times on that drive.
Mm-hmm.
How comfortable have you got with him pretty quick, with him in that H-back role?
I'm pretty comfortable. I keep a close relationship with everyone. Just try to communicate and get a feel for everyone because as freshmen, everyone's new to this whole lifestyle. So keeping a close relationship with everyone is key.
A successful day, I would guess in your eyes. What was the biggest challenge for you? What was the hardest part of your time on the field?
It's a great question. Probably the hardest was, just really trying to not overthink things and just relax and play football.
What have you seen so far? I know it's been limited, but out of Caleb Farley, what does he bring to the game?
Caleb Farley was, a great athlete. Coming from the same state, he was the all-state quarterback, second team behind me. So from coming in, I knew he was, a playmaker from the get-go.
Is he still your roommate?
Yes, he is.
What's it like comparing, talking to him and getting each other through the early enrollment process and the whole thing?
I think I couldn't ask for a better roommate. We're both really competitive. We'll, compete over a video game, basketball, but us pushing each other to be the best that we can be, I think it's really benefited us in the long run.
I know you guys. Did you know him well in high school?
Through the recruiting process, we became close friends. We'd come up here and hang out together. But other than that, I didn't know him before.
You didn't before, okay. All right.
I know he started off on the defensive side of the ball. Did you get to work against him, throw against him, and did you have success? Did he pick you off? How did that work?
He's come close to picking me off, but no, he never picked me off. But it was something I had to adjust to because he moves, much faster than some of the other defensive backs. But me and him used to talk about it going into the room, like, I could have picked you off. I was like, you didn't. But other than that, he's just a great athlete.
Obviously, coach makes the ultimate decision, but I'm guessing you would not mind having him on offense as a weapon?
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Last one.
And then you just seem very comfortable here in the press conference, out on the field, leading the offense. Where does that come from?
I wouldn't say experience. It's my first semester here in the college setting. But as far as interviews, like you guys know, you're from Greensboro. Been getting interviews since freshman year, so just kind of jumped on the train and got comfortable with it.
All right. Thank you, Herndon. Thanks, everybody, for coming out today. I appreciate it.